What's going down, everybody? I got a young man too that wanted to, man, he wanted to talk. He wanted to voice his opinion too. He's a male, 15, and he just wants to talk, and get some stuff off of his chest. So we're gonna talk to him too, and I think maybe that's what they need. These youth, they want to hear. They want to be heard. So they're starting to come forward. And I definitely want to give him that opportunity real quick. And just gonna let him be heard and see what he has to say. It sounds like a lot. And we're gonna go from there. And hightail. All right. Come out here. He kind of wants to stay unknown. You know what I mean? How old are you?
15.
15 years old. All right. Where were you born?
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I was raised in Milwaukee.
Raised in Milwaukee. All right. Where do you stay at usually? Like just all over the place, right? You said.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can start from the beginning, man.
Yeah, I'm here today to let people know whatever you go through, you gonna get through. Just don't give up on yourself, because at a point in times I ain't want to be alive multiple times, and I cried most of the times I had a problem. But eventually, when I got older, I ain't cry that much. I held all my feelings in, because to me, crying wasn't helping. It was making it worse.
So you were numb then?
Yeah, I was numb.
So you want to start from your childhood?
Yeah. When I was growing up, I had a good childhood. My dad left my life when I was little, when I was a baby. When around 3, my dad he started coming to see me, but he would always lie, and then he just gave up on me eventually. He just left for a long, long time. He got locked up, went to prison. My uncle's in prison. He went to prison. He was in prison since he was 17. To this day, he's still in prison. Just I got a little older, hit 6. Started going through family problems with my grandma, my aunties, and everything else. It just went downhill. I couldn't do nothing about it. I was a child, and it just hurt seeing my mom go through the struggle, and I ain't never want to see my mom go through that. Because if I had all the money in the world, she would have everything.
Yeah,
for the people I love.
Yo, your mom, struggling right now too,
Yeah, still to this day. And I gotta keep my head high and just pray for better days. So that's why I'm here, just to let people know, like, you have to just be strong, a strong person. Keep your head high. Don't ever give up on yourself. Believe in everybody around your circle. And you should be fine.
Yeah, that's hard too, though. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, if it's who you surround yourself with, too. Because most definitely, people do have a big influence on what you do. Because the guys that I hung out with, they would only want to drink with me, go rob people, shoot at people. So that's what we did. That's all we had in common was bad shit. You know what I mean? And then when I started joining my gang, that's all I wanted to do was bang, and sell drugs and act a fool. But as I got older, I had to think, what was my purpose on this earth? And do you know your purpose on this earth yet? Not yet. It takes time, man. I just learned mine. And I'm 33, man. That's a hard question, huh? It's a hard question. Yeah, it is. See? And a lot of times we're wandering. You know, that's why. Once we start finding that purpose, though, on this earth, we'll start walking towards it, and then you'll start to conquer things. You know what I mean? Because then you're like, damn, man, why is all this bad stuff happening to me? And it's like a bunch of hot coals getting piled up on the top of your head. Pretty soon it's too much, and then boom, you hit the ground.
I became who I am at 9. My mom, she got into drugs really bad. And I just hated to see her just nod off. Me calling her name, her not answering, it just hurts.
Heroin?
Yeah.
Yo, that's a hard drug, man. It's hurting our people a lot, man.
And around 10, she tried doing treatment. She went to treatment. I went with my dad for like a year or two, a year and a half. When I was with my dad, he sells himself. He's a big drug dealer. He was at the time.
Yeah.
And I was living with him. He'd go do, he does the get in the houses, break into them, you know what I'm saying, make fake leases,
Yeah.
break the law. So we'd just be basically camping out. We'd
Yeah.
be camping out. I didn't have a bed to sleep on for months. Dad had all this money, but he didn't seem to care. He just fed me. Kicked me out the house at like 8, 9 in the morning with my cousin. Forced us to do something. Around 10,
So
10
you
and
were-
a half, I came back to Green Bay with my mom.
One minute. So you were living rough.
Yeah, I was living rough. No furniture, not even a couch, no bed, just a pillow and a blanket.
You know, that's hard for a kid too, man, because you usually like growing up, you just want the minimum. You know what I mean? Just make sure I got 3 slabs. I don't give a crap if it's a damn cot. You know what I'm saying? And just be home when I wake up and when I go to bed. That safety and that security as parents, man, that's big to all of you too, because I wasn't a good daddy, like I said too, man. Like I just started being a good daddy to my son. You know, I didn't know how to live. I thought that I could give my kid money, and that was being a dad. But it's more to that, you know. It's that discipline and that foundation, you know, and giving you young guys that love that you guys need, man, because you can have a stepdad or you can have them father figures, but that's nothing like your real dad to where he's like, you know what, man, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you of what you're doing and what
Shout
you're
out
becoming.
to my mom
Yeah.
for doing that, though. She told me herself she would never make me call another man dad.
Yeah.
My dad will always be my dad.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, I got 10 and a half. I moved to my grandpa. That was the first time meeting my grandpa. Because my dad's side, they're kind of racist. They don't really like white people. And I'm kind of, we came out a little light. Yeah. I was living with my grandpa. They had roaches. Lived with my aunt. She was my auntie. She was in like critical condition. Like she was sick on tubes. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
was always in her bed.
So you love your mama a lot, though.
Yeah, I love my mom a lot.
Yeah. I love my mom a lot, too.
She raised 3 kids by herself.
She's a good woman, then. No matter what she's going through right now, you know, we're going to see what we can do to help your mom, too.
There was times she wanted to give up,
Yeah.
but she just said she couldn't because she has us kids.
Yep, and that's good, though, that you guys have to be that median, and it's hard. You're 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to step up and be that man that's not in her life or that cannot step up and take care of you kids. And that's hard for a 15-year-old, but that's a reality, though, that sucks as to where you have to carry that burden, you know. And I'm gonna help you, man. I'm gonna help you do what I can, you know what I mean? And
Thank
we're
you
gonna
for that.
hell yeah, no problem, man. We're gonna do what we can together, you know, and get the hell on this damn journey. And you know, if you want to keep going, you can. You said at 10 years old. If you want to.
One day he got drunk. He just, I don't know what I did to get him mad. I think I talked back to him, but I was a little kid at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm so used to talking back to my mom, even though she was with me. She's still a girl. But my grandpa, I talked back to him, and he just choked me up and threw me against the gate. It made me fight my cousin, and that was the first time meeting my cousin because I wasn't from Milwaukee. I was born in Green Bay. But I went down there and I got raised down there. So
Yeah.
I went to Milwaukee and he made me fight my cousin for the first time. We got into a fight. Then I was just crying. I think he beat me up. He's my big cousin now. He beat me up. And my dad came. He was mad. Got in his dad's face, talking about, don't ever do that to my son again.
Yep.
But my dad cares about me though, but when it comes to money, he wants me to work for it. Every little thing. Every little thing. Like good grades. Like my mom, she's not like that though. She would never just let her kids walk around any type of way, you know what I'm saying? My dad, I don't care if I bust his shoes. If I don't get a good grade or something, he ain't gonna buy me nothing.
Yeah.
But that's how he was taught, because he was raised in foster homes and he was selling crack at 13.
Yeah, we do that, man. We sometimes we have to raise ourselves. We parent ourselves. We become our own elders sometimes, and we don't know how to take care of kids a lot of times. That prison, man, it ruins a lot of us men. Because if we leave when we're 15 or 16 years old or even 18, and you do 10, 20 years, you come back out that same age in the mind. You don't know how to live. That prison is instilled in your mind, and your body's preserved. You look young still, but in your mind, you're still young yet. But that's still no reason we're man enough to go and lay down with a woman, but a lot of times us men are not man enough to take what comes out, you know. And you know, it sucks, man. And you do need a daddy. You need a daddy, and you need your mama, you
So
know.
there was times I even slept in the car, keep it real.
Yeah.
Like it gets rough in Milwaukee. Rough.
Yeah.
But I just had to get by, put a smile on my face. Even if it was fake. I just, you know what I'm saying?
But you still got that hurt and them silent cries and, you know, everything else where you're like, man, dude, I just can't do this no more. And it sucks, man. And then you become numb a lot of times to where you're like angry at everything in the world, you know. And then that's when a lot of times we start feeling like everybody owes us something. And then our anger explodes. That's when we start hurting people. That's when we get heavy in the streets to where we don't care if we kill someone. It's better than what I'm doing right now or the situation I'm in when we're drunk or we're high. You know what I mean? And our past catches up with us. You know, it's hard, man. You know, like I said, I've been on a run a bunch of times for dumb shit that I did. You know, but we got to keep you from doing that now. Get you into some sports, get you into school, and try to help your mom the best way that we can. And we're gonna do that. We definitely got to get you into school though right away. Are you gonna get in? You got a place where you want to go to school at, or you don't know what's going on yet?
They kicked me out.
Well, we're gonna have Winoka or where? Or that don't even matter.
They'll put me back in Winoka, yeah.
But yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it taken care of. But yeah, let's get you right, man, and we're gonna definitely put you in a position too to help other teens, you know, and lead this fight against poverty, drugs, alcohol, you know, everything else, you know. And you are gonna stumble because you're not perfect, and I'm not perfect either, you know. But by your story and your words, you can encourage these these other little guys.
I feel guilty too, though.
Guilty?
It's my little brother. We're so close in age. Close.
Yeah.
At like 13, I just was always in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Trying to come up. Kicking it with the bros. Linking with girls, this and that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just doing stuff I was supposed to be doing. Staying out 2, 3 in the morning. My mom didn't care at the time. She was still on drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, them drugs take a stronghold on our women and men. The guys a lot of times will be selling the drugs, and the women will be doing them, and that's how their relationship is you know. And you get things that come out of that. You get kids that come out of that relationship, doing drugs and selling drugs together. And then the kids are born into that. It becomes normal after a while, and that's not normal. You know, waking up and they're still going after 3 days, or you know, stuff like that. And it's like you got to get re-educated, and it sucks, man, because I thought that was normal. You know, the way I was doing things, like, oh, I'll just worry about it 5, 10 years, and then 5 years turns into 10 and 20 years. Then you're 35. still getting locked up.
I gotta change my ways. 'Cause I
Hell
want my
yeah.
little brother to be locked up.
You don't want to be like the people that you despise a lot of times. And they say that when you hear your mom or anybody saying, you know what, you're just like your dad, man, you can't believe that, man.
A lot of people don't tell me.
Yeah, because don't believe what they say, because you start hearing that so much, you're like, you know what, man, maybe I am. But don't believe that for a second, man. You got to fight that voice in your head. There's 3 voices in your head.
My grandma don't even like me. A lot of my family don't like me, but my mom, I'm her son. She won't ever turn her back on me.
Yeah. But going back in now and being productive, maybe that's something that you can do. Is go back in now and try to change your ways. And you can't make up for that past at all. You're going to have to live with whatever things you've done or seen, and we got to try to go forward. And when you got that foundation and a good group of guys, I got a strong group of guys who are just like me. We're all the same. We're all ex-gang members, you know what I mean? And, we're leading this fight. And that's what we want for you too, and your youth. We want you to stand at the front lines with us and be like, you know what, man, we don't want nobody to be like how my mom is, or, whatever. My mom was in the streets too, man. She used to be in the mill, fighting around and, whatever else. My mom been through it.
That's all my dad was he just banged all day, every day.
Yeah.
It's so sad, he done cooked it up in front of my face, done weighed it up in front of me. Every drug, like, I was a baby in trap houses. It's just because my dad, it's the life he chose. But some people just open their eyes, change their ways for the good because they know who they're hurting around them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's up to them too, because if you do all this changing, a lot of times the dads that are still in the streets, they're not going to want nothing to do with the kids that are doing good sometimes, because they're like, oh man, man, what's up with you? You know what I mean? And that's fucked up. You should want goodness for your son, goodness for your daughter. And the parents a lot of times will smoke weed with their kids, drink with their kids, and then when their kids stop, and then you won't see them reaching out to you because you're not drinking with them, you're not smoking with them, you're not doing the same old dumbass shit that they gave you. They gave you that snake. You know what I mean? That's like telling your kid, you know what? Here's a big ass snake. I'm talking about evil shit, to where that's what you're going to carry for the rest of your life, versus him saying, you know what, man, don't be like me. Don't do what I do. And if I could change this right now, I would. But I'm stuck in my ways. That's what a man will do. He'll tell you, like, shut up, yo, dude, I'm a piece of shit right now. That's what I am. Don't be like me. And that's what I told my son before too. I was like, man, don't be like me, son, man. I'm not doing good right now. I'm not doing good.
I was man of the house since I was little. All this boy. That's why I think my mom just trusts me so much. She gives me so much freedom, but at the same time, I regret a lot of things because I hurt her, because she done trusted me at points and I messed it up and got into some serious stuff. But
yo,
it's all.
But that's a heavy load. That's a heavy load for you, for how young you are, 15 years old, being the man of the house. That would mean that you would have to hustle. You would have to be out there, because that's what you were given. You've seen it, so you're like, man, this is the only way I know. This is all I can do right now. I gotta eat. Mama's sitting over here, is on drugs or whatever too, and my little brothers are sitting there hungry as hell. What am I supposed to do?
I truly felt.
Hell yeah. And nobody's reaching out to be like, you know what, little bro, fuck that, I got you. We'll go see what's up with moms, and we're gonna get you right. That's what's gotta happen, man. Our men gotta step up too, because the only way that they're gonna know that you're having a problem is by talking to you. How the fuck are we gonna know what's wrong with you unless we talk to you? But we'll make a bunch of big ass plans and stuff like that. And this is for free. This don't cost money to talk to our youth. We gotta know what's going on with them. They could be the ones out there. He could have went off later on and exploded and killed somebody if he didn't get some shit out and found some brothers that want to help him and learn how to love him. Because he is worthy of love. He's worthy of compassion. He's worthy of all that. He's worthy to be a kid. He shouldn't have to be worrying about where his mama's sleeping and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And yeah, moms is going to have to try to step up, get clean and whatever, but we still have to extend her that hand and be like, hey man, look, we want to get you right so you can be right for these kids, regardless. And if it takes this young man opening up and sharing his story, so be it. It has to happen though. Our youth need to be heard. Our drug addicted, everybody, they got to be heard and voicing their opinion. That's big. Because then we know how we can service them, how we can be with them. You know what's wrong with people is they don't want to suffer with other people. They're like, oh, people take a lot of time and a lot of work. You damn right it does. But putting a dent in everything, that's what I'm trying to do. That's why it's called Project Lights Out, because we're knocking shit out. All these problems, everything, man. We're gonna try to do what the hell we can and not talk about it. We gotta walk it though. Because you got people who are just talking about it. Like, you know what? I think we'll do this and that. Hell no, I'll come over there right away. And I'm not gonna tell you something I can't do. But if you got anything else to say, little dog, man, let me know. You got anything else?
I'm just saying, if there's any teenagers out there, young, don't got no dad, man of the house at a young age, just keep a positive vibe, because I just gave up on myself. I got in these streets, got in plenty trouble, kicking with bros, but at the end of the day, that money, all that money in them streets, it don't last. It ain't gonna last. My dad done showed me that. He had thousands and thousands of dollars, and to this day, he's broke. And I'm just letting y'all know, like, I have an older sister, got a baby, pregnant at 17, you know what I'm saying? It hurts. That's my nephew. Like I said, if I could do anything for him, I would. Just like my little brother and all my other little sisters and brothers. And even my girl. It hurts not to be able to do nothing. Sit around every day just watching people struggling.
Yeah.
But it's not right to just get up and go do what you do in these streets. Just keep positive vibe, get a job. Even if you gotta go to church, just
Yep, church, whatever is good for you, whatever helps change. And what we could do too is you're 15, so we could get you a job. There's a lot of little jobs, and we're gonna see what we can do. We got a house up north. We're trying to turn that into kind of like a little group home. You know, it's a 5-bedroom house up there, and we're gonna get it fixed up, and we're gonna see how we can talk to them up there and try to get it staff on there, whatever, you know, somebody to live in. But I'm gonna take in as many of these kids as I can. You know, they need help.
Like even my friend, that's why me and him are so close. We could relate to each other so much, just like my girl.
Yep.
We all been through so much, and that's why we just like a group. We don't let each other down, because that's all we had at one point when our moms were locked up, this and that, on drugs. It's just all we had as little kids.
Yep. Kids taking care of kids. That's what it was, man. Just a group of you little guys, and you know that shit's hard, man.
Just like me and my bro, we have each other's back. If he don't got a house and I do, and my mom don't want him over, I'm gonna be wherever he goes, just because I know he'll do the same for me. I wouldn't want my friend not knowing nowhere to go, just walking in these streets. I'm gonna go through hell and back for mine.
Yo. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. But there's that positive and negative again. If you're getting pushed towards only negativity, you can stick with the bros, you know what I'm saying, all the time. But just that negativity that comes with that. You know, but at the time though, you're like, fuck it, it's better than being out on the streets. You know what I mean? You know, I know exactly what that is. So you're stuck in between a hard ass place, because if you don't fuck with your homies, then you're gonna be out on the streets for real. You're gonna be, you know, roughing it. And if they got a place to stay, that's where you're staying at. But now though, I'm definitely gonna try to start getting all you little homeboys to where our youth ain't homeless. You know what I mean? Because if we build up your mom will be good for you and be stable. You know what I mean? And that'd be good too. But you always need that safe haven as to where, you know what, man, my mom's messing up. I'm gonna have to go buy Big Bro, you know. And we'll be good over there, to where you're not always worried about, damn, man, we ain't got shit in the house to eat. Man, my clothes, just everything. That's a lot of shit you should be worried about going to school, getting into sports, and being a kid, instead of raising hell in the streets. But it's all good, man. Yeah, little guy is gonna think about coming on our show, so we're definitely gonna try to help him out too, and get him right. But yeah, it's nice talking to all yous, and you know that's what we want. We want our youth to open up, and see how we can help them. And they're coming forward and they want to talk. They want to talk, and they want us older guys to get involved. But man, thank you everybody for viewing, and I look forward to seeing everybody Thursday or at my staff meeting tomorrow. If you got any questions, 920-247-9799, and Nugiwa.